pretty awesome pod. I mean, obviously there was better bits that were on the radio show that we had to leave out because we can't put music in the podcast anymore. But who's complaining? Well, me, I suppose. I'm the one complaining. Ben and Belle are as well. If they were here, they'd be complaining too, trust me. Yeah, there's still a lot of fun calls that we had. We had people who auditioned for roles in Star Wars and that sort of thing. Also, Belle revealed a little bit about her private life. And I think Ben and I were very respectful about it. Sorry, I'm just hearing some sniggering in the back corner of the room. You don't think we were respectful, Belle?
Sure.
Okay, well, you can be the judge. You can listen. You'll hear it. Enjoy.
You like that feeling in your ear holes? That's the Ben, Liam and Belle podcast.
Have you auditioned for a famous role that we would know? In like a movie, or maybe it could be in an ad for Australian television. This is because, obviously, White Lotus, the season 3 finale, happened earlier this week, and apparently Woody Harrelson was supposed to be in it.
Really?
Yeah, he would have been great. So apparently he was going to be either Walton Goggins' character, the one with the clapped-out hairline, or Sam Rockwell, who plays Frank. You know, the guy who's
mate,
like, they have the bender in Bangkok. Yeah.
Yeah. Would have been weird if Woody Harrelson was in
No,
it.
he's good.
Woody's also got a clapped out hairline as well, so
Well, he's got no hairline.
if he lets it grow out, though, it's real clapped out.
It's so far back.
Well,
Yeah.
then maybe he would work
Yeah,
for it.
yeah. But so he didn't do it. He could have been. But we want to know if you've auditioned for a role. Like, imagine if you knew someone who like could have been Harry Potter. Like they didn't get it.
Yep.
They didn't even make it into the top 30, but they did go for the role because there's a lot of people who audition for stuff. Not everyone gets the role.
Yeah, I feel like that's a bit of a stretch. I feel like we're going to be like getting calls for like, I auditioned for Neighbours.
But that's still good.
Yeah, it's still good if you auditioned for who's someone on Neighbours? Toadie.
Yep.
You could have been Toadie. You'd be a bit old now, but you could have been Toadie.
You could have been Toadie. This is the Impossible Phoner. It's supposed to be hard, although I do have a bit of hope because, weirdly, a lot of stuff is filmed in Australia.
Yeah,
I think
true.
because of the landscape and things.
Yeah, no, I get you. Bella, you're in Sydney and you auditioned for a major role. What was it?
Yeah, when I was little, I am a twin, so me and my little sister were in advertising and all those sorts of little things in Australia, and then we got the call up to audition for the clones in Star Wars.
What? As in...
We didn't get it because my twin refused to hold the lightsaber right.
As in, so hang on, what clones? Like not the... Because obviously the clones are all one guy.
I don't really particularly know. I was a little kid at the time.
Okay,
but
so,
I
yeah.
like a field of clones. Like, are they little clones in the movie? I'm not really
Yeah,
sure.
no, it's just one Kiwi guy.
Yeah, but it might have been for that, right? Because he has a kid in it.
Yeah, but who's the Boba Fett who looks exactly like him?
Yeah,
unless,
I know.
Unless Boba Fett was supposed to be a little girl.
Maybe. But
I think it
would
might have
make
been. You might have
sense.
just been like a youngling getting slaughtered by Anakin Skywalker in Revenge of the Sith.
That
Yeah.
sounds
And then do
awful.
they want twins because then they could use stand-ins or...
Yeah, it was twin or only audition, and we knew a bunch of other twins that had all gone to the audition as well. And
Yeah.
my twin was the only idiot that couldn't hold the lightsaber.
Oh, that sucks. You could have been like the next Natalie Portman. She was in those films. Look what she's gone on to do. You could have been in Dior ads by this point, but no, it wasn't to be. Your dang twin was holding you back. Shane, you auditioned for a role that we would know? Yeah, there, Shane.
Hello.
Hey, Shane, what did you audition for?
It was a Superman movie.
Which one?
I can't remember the name, but it was going to be shot in Sydney when they were doing a revamp of it, and it was an open casting call. But I'm 5'7", so I was never going to get it.
Oh, hang on. Were you going for Superman? Like you wanted to be actual?
Well, my agent put me up to it, and I'm like, okay, I'll go in. But, yeah, Buckley's chance.
Yeah, buddy.
right.
Henry Cavill got one over you, eh?
Shane, you said like your agent helped you, so you are an actor. Have you been in anything we'd know?
I have done a movie with Claudia Carvin.
Oh, yes, yes.
And a couple of other things, commercials and things like that. But, now I'm a dad and no time
Hey, you're,
Super dad.
You're a super dad in our eyes, mate. I was off the Superman thing. Bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
I get it.
It's a
I
callback?
get it. I get it. I get it. Yeah,
very
comedy.
Sometimes we have to
strange.
explain comedy to Belle. Lara, in Melbourne, you auditioned for a role we would know.
I did indeed. I auditioned as Nicole Kidman's body double in Moulin Rouge.
Oh, Baz Luhrmann, big production. You and McGregor, you get to kiss him, or you're just about to kiss him, and then they swap Nicole, and she does the kiss, and they put you back in after she's
No,
finished
I know.
lunch.
So, Lara, are you a stunt woman?
No, I actually just went again to keep my agent happy as well, and I did actually get offered got offered the role, but I knocked it back because I thought they might give me the hair that I could wear all the time, but it was a wig and I'd have to be in hair and makeup from
Hang
about
on.
5 in the morning.
Hang on, Lara. Are you saying that you got the role that Nicole Kidman had in the film?
No, as a
No,
stand-in.
her body double
I get
role.
sorry. I thought you auditioned for the actual role and you could have got that, and you're like, no, I'm just going to be the stand-in. I'm like, that obviously didn't happen. But now I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Look, they are some pretty big, impressive movies. Let's go again one more time. 13 24 10 is our number. It's the Impossible Phoner. We love doing it. We want to know, have you auditioned for a famous role?
Yeah, and look, it has proved to not be impossible so far. We've had a few good calls for this
Yeah.
one. Anna in Melbourne, you went for a TV role that we would know.
I did, yeah. I auditioned to be Lizzie McGuire on the Lizzie McGuire
Oh,
show.
my gosh. Anna, so you're basically Hilary Duff.
I mean, I could be. I wish I was, because my bankroll definitely doesn't look like hers.
Oh, damn. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, that was a great show. The brother was really funny as well.
Anna, talk us through it. So how old were you? How far did you get?
I got to, there were like a few different levels of auditions, and I got through a couple of them, but I think there was about 5 girls, I think, down.
Wow.
I didn't get to that. Yeah, like after that, I didn't get the call back. But I mean, I lived in that little town in California where all the movies are filmed. So I did meet her, and then she skyrocketed on. So
Yeah, you should have kicked their legs out from under her when you had the chance,
I Tonya'd it.
Yeah, that's the only way you get a role in Hollywood.
Anna, that is a great story. You could be getting the $300 White Glow pack, but let's just see what Mel has to say. In Melbourne, your friend auditioned for a role. What was it?
Yeah, he did. It was an extra in Braveheart. Yeah, he was travelling.
Did you say he was struggling?
He was travelling, and they applied for it because there were so many. They needed so many extras.
Well,
so
yes.
he applied for it,
Hang on,
and
so
he got it.
he
He
did.
got it. Yeah.
Wow. And is his ass famously shown in that scene when they lift the kilts
No,
up and tap,
No, he's not. But he was, because he had this amazing curly hair.
Yeah.
I saw the movie like 2 years later. I'm on a first date, and I sat there and went, "Oh my God, I know that guy."
Wow.
I forgot it was the movie he was in. It was funny.
Oh, that's unreal. So you probably spotted him in that scene when he's going back and forth on the horse. And he's like,
Yeah.
no beds from years from now. Oh, great.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
You've not seen Braveheart?
No, but
Can you stop watching Gossip Girl like over and over and over and over and over again and watch like a good movie for once?
may I put
That
no.
movie is class. It's got something for everyone. It's funny. There's romance. There's violence. There is a lot of heart. Braveheart.
You know where else there's a lot of heart? Lizzie McGuire. I would like to give the White Glow to Anna. Hilary
oh,
Duff.
thank you.
No worries, Anna. Enjoy your pack of White Glow. Disappointed with your teeth whitening products? Well, make the white choice with White Glow. That's worth $300 and it's all yours. You have a great night.
Thank you so much.
That bit was Baby Gronk approved.
13-24-10. What did you impulse buy after a few too many drinks?
Belle, did you go on Sherbet again? Sorry, did you go on Sheen?
Sorry, what? What did she buy after she drank? Some Whiz Fizz.
Belle famously has shopped at Sheen.
No, I did once back in the day, and I do not anymore. I do not support fast fashion. But you know what, Ben? It's actually funny that you say that because, yeah, back in the day, before I woke up to what is landfill, I used
Whoa,
to,
so deep, man.
Shut up.
I
used
woke
to-
up. You guys are all
did.
sleeping. You're sleeping on it. That was a big Sheen order. That was a very big Sheen order.
I used to after a few wines, I would randomly like just go online shopping, and I used to buy a lot, and it was a waste of money and a waste of products. But no, I don't anymore, actually. I want to do this because watching The Project the other night, and Nath Valvo, the comedian, was on. And he said that he had a few too many drinks and then ordered like 24 jars to make jam and pickle things in, which I found was very funny. And I was like, that's very relatable.
I've been there. I had a big night once and ordered a coloured print vinyl of the Tarzan soundtrack.
What?
Well, Phil Collins, he didn't have to go that deep. And
were you watching Tarzan? And you?
No, I was just thinking what a soundtrack that was. I'd
Were you
love to
feeling
own that.
nostalgic about it all?
It's just good. There's one called Trashing the Campsite.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is a good one.
Great.
See?
Great.
Great
We've all
song.
seen Tarzan,
soundtrack.
and who wouldn't want to own that,
So you've got it on record.
Yeah, I got it on vinyl.
That is amazing.
Ruby in Melbourne. What did you buy after a few sherbets?
Yeah, so it was my very first time drinking, and I had booked 2 flights to Hawaii. I woke up the next morning to find out my card had actually declined, so that was that was a good thing.
Wow.
How old were you?
I was freshly 18.
Yeah, right. So and you're just going, wow, your first Midori illusion, and you're just like, I got to be careful with this stuff, man. I could be booking overseas trips.
13 24 10. What did you impulse buy after a few drinks? We'd love to hear your story. Darren in Brisbane, good evening. What did you impulse buy after a few drinks?
It was a full home gym.
Oh.
Yeah, right. Okay. I mean, that's good though, because you've obviously had a big night, but then you're making healthy choices. You're thinking, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to get fit.
And then, Daz, did you get all yoked up, or what happened after that?
I used it for best part of 6 months, and then just got tired of it. And I think I missed the gym. I used to go to the gym and all that sort of stuff, but thinking a home gym, it's going to be nice and easy, but did not work that way.
Just collecting dust now. Yeah, well, anyway, it was a nice thought. Patrick in Sydney, what did you drunk by?
Kebab shop merch.
You know what? I have done that.
What?
You're in Sydney. You know Indian Home Diner?
Yeah, same shop.
Dude, no way. No, I've got the polo, the maroon one.
Oh, yeah, I've got the polo too.
Yeah, Patrick, I'm a big number 6 guy, the chicken tikka with the...
I'm a number 4 man myself.
Yeah,
but...
nice. I know. I can see you. The onion bhaji, the cheesy garlic naan. Okay, yeah, I can get with that, Patrick. What are the odds of that? The whole of Sydney, same kebab shop, Indian Home Diner, one of the greats. I'd work there if I could.
Mid-20s bloke out on the cans. I feel like it's...
It's where everyone's ending up. Patty, what about you? What did you drunk by?
I bought a matchmaker, and I had to redraw $7,000 from my mortgage.
Hang on, as in someone to find you like a partner?
Yes.
You hired someone while you were drunk?
Yes. And all I can say is the experiences have been not worth the money.
Is that Will Smith movie? Is it Hitch?
Mm-hmm.
Is he like a matchmaker? I didn't know a matchmaker was actually a thing. I thought I know there's one in Mulan, I think.
So if you paid this person $7,000, how much did they actually do?
Well, it's a lifetime membership, but it only stops if you are matched with someone through them for 1 year.
I see.
Patty, commit to the 1 year.
And
just do it.
how many sort of experiences have you had, and what's the longest one of these relationships has lasted?
Well, I've had about 7, and the longest that they've lasted is the meeting.
Okay. Yeah.
My matchmaker hates me, I think.
Yeah, I think so. $7,000. Yeah, it's like, well, you haven't signed up for the premium matchmaking service, which is another $17,000.
Or, Patty, maybe they love you and they just keep matching you with someone really bad so that eventually you end up
You know
together.
what, Patty? You don't need anyone in your life, mate. Just get on a flight, get on a Jetstar flight from Brizzy to Sydney, and get the number 6 at Indian Home Diner. That will be the new love of your life.
Get a number 4.
If you put on our podcast as you go to sleep, this one's for you. Stop gooning. The next bit's about to start.
Yes, gather round. It's the second best thing to come out of South Australia. The first being this radio show. Just kidding.
I guess, yeah, you guys. Yeah, that counts.
Get excited, gather round. We want to bring somebody with a +1 with us to gather round. We're going to be road tripping there. You get flights, you get a comm. All thanks to the Pepsi Collective. You get to see Sneaky Sound System performing.
Yeah, you think we're just going to chuck you in some of the chairs and you can watch the game? No. You get VIP experience, baby. You're getting hundreds of dollars of spending cash. Like Ben said, you get your flights, your accommodation. You're going to see multiple games, including the Collingwood and Sydney game, the Carlton and West Coast game. Plus, you also are going to be in that Pepsi Collective with the live music.
Yeah, I mean, these are the hottest tickets in town. As soon as Gather Round goes up, like, everyone's like, we should go. And it's like, no, they're sold out.
Yeah.
So they sell out, like, instantly.
Yeah.
Now, all last week, we were putting people in the draw, but we are about to announce a winner.
Yeah, and we do have a winner on the line. That's going to be Vanessa in Sydney.
Oh my God! Thanks so much.
You've won. You're coming on the trip with us.
Oh, stop! I can't wait to see the Swans win.
Oh, it's going to be unreal. I like, sometimes in like Australian Idol and stuff, they're like, you're going to Sydney because you're in Sydney. You're going to Adelaide. You got the ticket.
I can't wait.
Woo!
Yes, to the mighty red and the white.
Is this going to be your first time at Adelaide Oval?
Yes, I've never been to Adelaide. I'm so excited.
Oh, well,
wow.
you're not going to know yourself. The hill, the church behind it.
Thanks so much, guys. I'm so excited.
It's an absolute pleasure, Vanessa. Just say, thanks, Pepsi Collective.
Thanks, Pepsi Collective.
Thanks, AFL.
Thanks, AFL.
Thanks, Ben, Liam and Belle.
Thanks, Ben, Liam and Belle and Nova.
Wow. Tick, tick, tick.
We'll get all in on the 2025 AFL Gather Round and what South Australia has to offer. It's a festival of footy and South Australia is ready. Visit gatherround.afl. Congratulations, Vanessa. We'll see you there.
We leave on the road trip tomorrow.
You're listening to Len, Beam and Lel.
Benson Boone on Nova. Ben, Liam and Belle here, and the Trump administration have come out and said we want to put a limit on how many adult toys Americans can own. The number is 6.
I don't think there's any problems with that.
Really?
Well, it's obviously you can have as many guns as you want, but
Yeah.
toys, just keep it to 6. But with all the tariffs and all the other things going on, it's a strange law. I don't really know why it needs to be enforced, but I don't think that's putting too many people's nose out of joint.
I don't think many people are going to be upset that 6 is the limit, right?
Oh,
That's a
no,
lot.
I'm going to have to get rid of my other 3. What?
Yeah.
No, sorry. No. You have a completely skewed idea, I think, as straight guys. You don't own any, do you?
Nope.
Yeah. I think you've got this skewed idea that girls don't have a drawer full of stuff, which we totally
6
do.
is like overkill.
No, because you would have different types. You've got I couldn't even tell you the number that I've got. I think I would have probably about 6. But that's not odd, especially for girls. Totally. Single girl, or I would dare
6?
say if someone's with a partner that's just not doing it, I would say you'd have a drawer full.
Well, I feel
100%.
good about myself because my partner's
Yeah,
got one
I'd feel...
Sure. You checked the drawer recently, Ben?
every day.
He's so tense until he opens the door and checks. He can finally calm down. Yeah, 6 is, you'd be a bit concerned.
I
reckon,
don't
if
think
it's
that's a
6
big number
6
at
is a lot.
all.
I think you might be an outlier here, Bill.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, surely if you're buying that many, you're not using the OG stuff.
Yeah, think about the poor one at the back of the
It's
drawer.
like, whatever. It's like,
Yeah,
I got a lot of spices in my cupboard. I'm using basically the allspice, and that's it. Maybe some paprika.
Yep.
I'm a pretty boring cook.
Yeah.
But, I don't use any of those other ones. But, maybe just people have them just in case
Yeah,
for
that
emergencies.
saffron. That saffron's just going, use me.
Yeah, no, not you.
Yeah, but you're also not using the saffron for 10 years straight, Like at some point
Yeah, I
you
don't know.
move on to it.
Well, how many you got?
Yeah.
13, 24, 10. How many in the cupboard?
Have you got a mountain of them like Belle? Are you climbing over them to get through the front door?
Does the drawer not open sometimes because it's too
Oh,
jammed?
okay. It jams up.
I'm just saying.
right.
13, 24, 10 is our number. They've put a limit at 6 on adult toys. We want to know, how many have you got?
Veronica, how many do you have?
Have 7.
Hey, all right. So Trump would not be happy with you, Veronica.
No.
And you would say that's pretty normal, yeah?
Yeah, variety's the spice of life. You got to have something for every mood.
Yeah, totally.
Can I ask, obviously, if you feel comfortable explaining, can you go through some of them? Like, what have you got?
The artillery, run us
Creepy.
through it.
That's creepy.
Well, you get a standard bullet, which is like the little one you do with your partner. Then you got the sucky one with the insert, your standard rabbit. And then you've got the fun ones, the ones that are a bit more gadgety, with the remote. And then you got one that you use as a last resort.
That doesn't sound good.
You know what's funny? Though?
It sounds like a magician. You got the rabbit and you got this one.
But you know what's funny? Like, Veronica, you saying all that, I totally know exactly everything you've said. I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. But the boys are just like you wouldn't know what a rabbit is.
I'm God's rabbit, baby.
That's not a good thing.
What a stud.
No. Anyway, Eric, in Sydney, how many do you and your friend have?
Hey guys, I found out my friend has about 18.
Wow.
Oh God, that sort of seems like there'd be a room or something for him.
Yeah, so I found out because we were moving house with him and I was carrying them and I fell over and they all fell out.
Oh God. Sounded like vibrating all over the floor.
Yeah, it was a shocking amount. Like it just kept coming out.
Yeah, that's usually what they do, Eric.
Lord.
Yuck.
No, you didn't get what I just said, did you?
No, I did. That's why I said yuck.
Okay.
Yeah, yuck, man.
Oh, don't yuck someone's
shame.
yum.
Shame.
And that's it.
Miss any of the show? Catch up with the Ben, Liam and Belle podcast on the Nova Player or wherever you get your pods.
Ben, Liam and Belle on Nova.